Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me for another episode today. Going to dive in and do an update on the Buyback Franken-set binder, which is what you see in front of you here. Received a couple of packages in the mail over the last few weeks from my buddy Jason over at Poorman Stack. I've inspired him apparently with my Buyback Franken-set to start up his own, which is absolutely fantastic. Very, very glad to have a compatriot in the Buyback Franken-set challenge, and have absolutely enjoyed watching Jason receive his many, many packages of buybacks over the last few weeks. He's posted a lot of great content, and absolutely looking forward to seeing his binder come together and eventually see it in its finished state. But before we get to that, though, I just wanted to quickly touch on a couple of things in the world of baseball news. And feature some cards to tie into each. So, unfortunately, recently we lost Jerry Remy, who was a longtime Major League Baseball player, but is better known and remembered here in New England as the color commentator for the Boston Red Sox on NESN, the local TV station out here that covers the Red Sox games. So, tough loss for the Red Sox community. Jerry bravely fought cancer for many years and finally succumbed to it. He was on site at Fenway just earlier last month in October to throw out a first pitch. You could tell he was, under the weather and certainly dealing with cancer in its aggressive form. So very, very sad to see Jerry go. He was the voice in the background in my living room for many, many summer weekend afternoons and weeknights for years. And with Don Orsillo doing play-by-play, I think that was probably my favorite combination for calling a baseball game that I have ever experienced in my life. So I will certainly miss Jerry Remy and his laugh and his unique perspective on the game, and thought I would feature this buyback of his 78 release as a tribute to the man himself. And then last night, of course, as everybody knows, the Atlanta Braves won the World Series, so I wanted to say congratulations to them, obviously, and seemed like a good opportunity to once again show off my Freddie Freeman Topps Chrome Atomic rookie card. I think after last night's win and with him being on the free agent market this winter, I think this card is going to become even more desirable and expensive. So very glad that I got this one taken care of for my Atomic 2011 set back when I did. And like I said, thought this was an opportune time to show it off. So congratulations to Braves fans everywhere and to the city of Atlanta on a well-deserved championship drought after 25 plus years. And with those two out of the way, we'll get down now to the buybacks. So before we look at the cards, Jason was really kind. He sent me this postcard as a thank you for the first trade that we did. And this is the first time, other than Peeps has sent some of his infamous painted homemade postcards my way, but this is the first time that I've been sent like an actual standard postcard by somebody just to say thank you for trading cards. I thought that was a really nice touch from Jason at Poorman Stack, and it's even Red Sox themed. How about that? So pretty neat. Thank you, Jason, for kindly sending that along. And then I have two packages here. So I'm long overdue in reviewing this first one. I had sent Jason a stack of maybe like a couple dozen buybacks that I knew he needed for his Franken-set, my number, and he sent me these back in return. I've been postponing opening this for a long time because it takes a little bit of time and effort to get my camera set up this way with the overhead view for the Franken-set binder. But we'll try to go through some of these here and see if they make the cut. Before we get to that, though, here is a sweet Donruss Gallery of Stars Frank Viola. Love that painted image there. Pretty neat card, and one that I'm very confident I didn't have already in my Red Sox collection. And check this out. Xander Bogaerts relic out of Topps flagship, I want to say this is. It looks like a bat relic. And this is a fairly recent card. It looks like this is from 2020. Pretty neat. That's definitely a Bogaerts that I did not have. So that'll increase the count for that collection by 1. And then let's review some of these buybacks here. So we have a note that we saw on the top earlier. Here are the few cards for your Franken-set. I enjoyed this trade and look forward to more. Thanks, Poorman Stack. Got some blank index cards and a top loader here to kind of pad things out. And let's just go through these one by one and kind of see who makes the cut here. So we start off with a 78 Bill Atkinson. And this is card, if I could focus here, card number 43. Let's see what we've got in that slot, if anything. So 43 is currently occupied by Gene Michael, the manager of the Cubs on the 87 Topps design. Tough call here. I love the Expos and that great powder blue uniform. The 78 Topps set is fantastic with the cursive team name. I think I'm going to stick with Gene Michael, though. I really like the sort of pensive look on this manager card. For some reason that I can't really explain or articulate well, that one always seems to remain in the binder despite, many challengers. So let's move on here. We got a Mike Paul from 73 Topps. This is card number 58. And yeah, if you missed any of this the first time around, the concept here is very simple, but as a way to organize and store my buybacks, I just made a Franken-set where I have one card of each card number, 1 through 792, in this binder. And anytime I get a new buyback, I just compare it to what's in here. And if the card wins out, it goes in the binder. And whichever card loses out goes into my buyback rejected box. So card number 58 currently is the 79 Bob Randall of the Twins. And the challenger here is the 73 Mike Paul of the Rangers with a heavily airbrushed cap there. I am going to make a swap here. I love the 73 set. And so this number 58 is coming out of the binder. That'll go in the box of buybacks that don't make the cut for the Franken-set, which are still very much appreciated. Don't get me wrong. And that 73 will slide right in. Here's another 78. This is card number 116. And it's Tucker Ashford of the Padres. So I think this one looks familiar. I want to say I may have this exact card in the Franken-set already, or it may have already lost out to another card. And looking here, we've got number 116 is currently this 87 Topps Bill Russell. The warm-up jacket on, the infamous wood border design. I think I'm going to stick with that one over the Tucker Ashford. I do like this buyback, though, and it has my initials on the cap as a bonus. Next up, another 78, and this is from the 2015 Topps Original Buyback program. You can tell by the stamp. And even though I'm not focusing well here, I assure you this is card number 177. So it was nice of Jason to keep these in order for me, certainly making shooting this video a little bit easier. And 177, we have another 87 Topps card here, Keith Moreland of the Chicago Cubs. And since we kept the last 87 Cubs card, I'm gonna actually bounce this one out at card 177. And in its place will go this Phillies Gene Garber from 78 Topps. So doing pretty well here, Jason. It's very, very hard to crack the binder at this late stage. I think I'm 90% plus done with my set in terms of, number by number. Next up, we've got card number 209. And it is this Rob Andrews out of 77 Topps with the great Tequila Sunrise Astros jersey there. But competing against it is this Gary Lavelle from 82 Topps, which is a really nice card. This is from the 2017 Rediscover program. And for some reason, I love that he's signing autographs, first of all. But aside from that, the 82 release seems to be one that is very underrepresented in terms of number of buybacks that are out there. So I'm going to leave that one in the binder. And this Tequila Sunrise Rob Andrews will be off to the box. Here's a nice one, a 1990 Ken Hill, card number 233. Now, I have a separate project outside of this one where I'm trying to complete an entire 90 Topps set in buyback format. So in the Franken-set, I've got this awesome 68 George Scott of the Red Sox in here. So there's no way I'm going to bump that card for this Ken Hill from 90, but I am going to take this one after the video and file it right into my 1990 Topps buyback complete set attempt. So I'll show off that binder at some point in the future in another video, but just know that Ken Hill will be in there when I get around to that. Next up, we got a 77 Gene Kleins. And this is card number 237. And looking here, current card number 237 is this wonderful smiling Julio Franco out of 85 tops with the Indians. Love me some Julio. I've mentioned this before, but he's one of those players that stuck around till an advanced age, and I really have a soft spot for those kind of guys. So he's going to stay in the binder and above Gene Klein's there. Next up, we got a 74 Rudy May. This is card number 302. Let's see how that slot looks. And sweet, that is actually a very rare empty slot right in the middle of the page. So you can see this 87 turn back the clock Ricky Henderson, but that's actually on the following page. And slot 302 was previously empty. So this is a new number for the Franken-set, which is awesome. Great progress there. We got another 90 tops next with Alex Trevino, card number 342. And right now, 342 is this Dave Roberts catcher card here. He's donning the tools of ignorance, as I like to say. Got the chest protector, the mask tucked under the arm there. I'm going to stick with that guy. But like with the Ken Hill that we saw a few minutes ago, this Alex Trevino will go directly into the 1990 Topps Buyback set. All right, winding down here, we got a 74 Jim Rooker of the Pirates, card number 402. And current card number 402, there's a tough matchup for this one for a Red Sox fan like myself. You got a 89 All-Star Mike Greenwell for the local Fenway team, and that's a no-brainer. I got to stick with that. Greenwell, I was actually talking recently with a friend that the 88 and 89 All-Star designs are really colorful indeed. I just enjoy this buyback a lot. So sorry, Jim Rooker, but you didn't make the cut this time around. Got a couple more 90s here. This is number 417, Jim Gantner. And as a rule, I usually only, put the 90 Topps cards in the binder if there's no other card in that slot. And in this case, I have this Mike Lacoste showing us his forkball. And so this one, like the first two that we looked at, will go straight into the 90 buyback set. Another one of those here, Scott Scudder. And this is card number 553. And I apologize for the focus struggling here as I show different cards on the camera. This is a little bit foreign for me. I don't usually do this overhead angle, and I'm still getting used to the challenges of filming this way. So thanks for bearing with me. And it looks like 553 is right now this Jack Heidemann from 77 Topps. So this 90 Scott Scudder will, like the others we looked at, go into the 90 set. Let me remove this here from the background. I had kind of propped the binder up here to prevent some of that glare that you're seeing now in the upper right. Here's a 75, which is awesome. Card number 557, Larry Gura. Let's flip up to 557 here, and sweet. That is an empty slot right in the middle of the page here along the bottom. And not only that, but it actually completes a page in the set. So this one's going to get slid right in. Awesome stuff there. Really appreciate this package, Jason. Feels good to make some progress on this thing. I've kind of been neglecting it of late. Here's a really cool card. Terry Francona, longtime manager of my Boston Red Sox, on the 85 design with the Expos. And it is the blue foil, which is the rarest of the Rediscover Topps 2017 buybacks. And the blue really matches the Expos colors nicely. This is a strong candidate for number 578. Let's see, 576, and that's going to be another empty slot right in the middle of the page up top here. So very, very happy that I didn't even have to make a decision there, and Tito can just go right into the binder in his new home. And then we close out that first package with this Luis Polonia, card number 634. And, as you would expect, the higher you get up into the binder, the greater the odds are that I will need that particular card number, and that is the case here. So we've got card number 634, Luis Polonia. So this one will not go into the 1990 Topps set yet. It will go into the Franken-set for now until I eventually can bump it out of the Franken-set and into the 1990 release. So that's it for that package. The video is going a little long here at 15 minutes, but let's tear into this single standalone envelope that came much more recently, only a week or so ago. I'm not even sure if this is a buyback or if this is something else, but here's another note. I hope this card will help you out, from Poorman Stack. Once again, thank you. And let's see what this card is. It's very neatly packaged in here. And we have, a couple of cards. So we got a Ryan Lavarnway auto. He was a catcher with the Red Sox for a while. This is actually a Salem Red Sox minor league card. So really cool autograph card there. I did not expect that. Thank you. And then we got a 1990 Kurt Young. This is going to be slot 328. So I'll have to backtrack a little bit here through the binder. And let's see how 328 is looking. All right, 328 is currently a Brewers checklist from the 78 release. I love and miss these team checklist cards. Really wish we had these in modern top sets. So I'm going to keep this one in the binder, which is fine because this one, as you could predict, will be off to the 1990 Topps buyback set. So that is a wrap. Appreciate you sticking with me. Thank you so much, Jason. This was a very thoughtful couple of packages that you sent my way. I am so glad that I was able to help inspire you to start your own Franken-set. As I said, it's been a blast to watch. So any of you out there who are not familiar with Poorman Stack, please check the link in the description below. Go give him a sub, check out some of his content. If you enjoy buybacks, you'll certainly get a kick out of his channel of late. Seems like he's posting a new buyback pickup like every day practically. So a lot of good buyback content over there. And really appreciate this, Jason. Very thoughtful of you. Certainly not necessary, but I will adore and appreciate every one of these buybacks, whether they made the Franken-set, the 1990 Topps set, or will just be stored elsewhere. So thanks again, Jason. And thank you to everybody else for stopping by. I will certainly be back in the near future with some more sports card content. And until then, take care.